Good morning, Wambui, who is also known as Miriam. I love your native name much better, but I do understand sometimes it's easier for folks to go by Miriam. Hey, I'm a little sad. You know why?
It's our last.
It's our last day.
Yeah.
You have been amazing. I just wanted to record our final session, and I wanted to introduce you to the world because you are an amazing woman. So if you would go ahead and share the correct pronunciation of your name and your studies and what's up ahead for you after today.
So my name is Wambui. Pronunciation, you can just say one boy, and it's Wambui. I'm from Kenya. I will be graduating from Michigan State in about 4 days. That's on the 2nd of May, and I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm a first generation college student. So my parents and none of my siblings have been to college. And so for that, I have had a lot of manis in my life, and I'm grateful.
Mhm.
And the degree I was pursuing is biosystems engineering with a concentration in bioenergy and bioprocessing engineering. And it has been a wonderful journey. And I'll be joining McGill
Mhm.
in the fall for Masters in Bioresource Engineering, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. I'm telling you, we have such an age difference, but
Yeah.
because while I was here to help mentor you, I think I took away so much more as well. Just your spirit, your enthusiasm, your focus and everything to stay true to your dreams and your desires and your passions. It's just like I tell people all the time, I am mentoring a bioengineer. I get excited about that. I'm like, wow. So one boy, think about we've done this like 14 times, right? Some form of fashion of us getting together early mornings.
Mhm.
If you were to share, like two or three key takeaways from the global mentoring initiative, what would you say are your two to three takeaways from our experience here?
Okay, so my first takeaway was, be bold. You are the person who knows your life journey the best. You're the person who knows your interests and your life plans and desires the best. So learn how to communicate them and gather the courage to do that. So that was a very big thing for me going through this coaching mentorship program, because coming in, I had the tools, but I didn't. I wasn't courageous enough to let the world know that I have these tools to get the job done. So that has been a big thing for me, and I have grown more bold in my journey since we started 14 weeks ago, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yes.
And my second takeaway was get your story straight. And what I mean by this is have an elevator pitch that is current, keep it constant, update it to reflect your current uh, place in your career, your current desires as they change. And have that ready all the time as you move around the world, because that is how you're going to connect and network in professional settings. And write it down, because sometimes you think you have it in your head, but until you write it down, then you don't know how it sounds. So that was a very important thing for me with regards to that. And the third one, I would say, get yourself a mentor or a coach. um, and even if you come from an economically challenged place, there are a lot of amazing programs out there offering free mentorship and free coaching, and you just have to be willing to put in the time and the effort.
Yeah.
Because as young people, we've been through school and we've been taught what we need to do, but to learn the how, and how to interact and how to socialize, and how to give that human factor to your academics, to your studies, to your accolades. That has been the biggest thing I've taken away from this mentorship and coaching. In as much as you, Sheila, worked in HR, which is very different from my passion in bioengineering, there were a lot of things in common in terms of interacting with people and interacting in a professional setting. So that was another big takeaway for me from this session.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, my heart is overflowing right now. I'm like, wow, this young woman came over here to study, and like you said, economical conditions were not that great, and just your passion around why you want it to be, this is my desire. Where is this coming from? It would not be worthy if we don't share that, because that touched me as to why you said I want to get into this type of field and study this and support it. So would you mind sharing that with our folks on LinkedIn? I would love for them to hear your passion behind that.
Definitely. So I come from a place in Kenya called Liki, that's in Nanyuki.
Mhm.
And where I come from, we don't have the best of sanitation in terms of waste management, be it wastewater, solid waste. And so for me as a young kid, and I went to school in town, and so I had friends from the other side of town, and I would go to visit them, and it would seem weird to me that that side of the town is so clean, and my side is not. And so as a young child, my mother has taught me to not complain about issues, but rather do something about them. And so I took that with me since I was a child, and I grew this interest in working the waste management industry, be it wastewater, solid waste, and just making something out of it, energy, food, other products that can be used in construction. And so as I grew up, I was able to get into spaces that helped me to nurture that throughout high school, and getting the scholarship to come to Michigan State, which, opened a world of resources and opportunities for me. And so that passion is still with me. And I hope with my master's program at McGill, I will be able to get, more tools, and hopefully eventually one day I'll be in a position where I'll be able to effect a lot of change. But currently I'm doing that by running an urban farming social entrepreneurial program, which is helping keep vegetables in people's houses during this COVID pandemic.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, just something because of your environment and how you grew up. My feeling and sense from that was I don't want anybody to ever be in a situation like we were in, where
Mm-hmm.
we could not have access to clean water and
Mm-hmm.
agriculture and all these different things. It's like, wow, it's amazing because of our experience, what it pushes us into, that struggle or that pain gives us truly that purpose for where we want to really anchor, ourselves and our mission. So
Yeah.
I love that. I know you've got a lot of things lined up today, so we're going to keep this short. I'm first so proud of you. I mean, just from day one when we connected, just your journey along the time that we spent with each other. I'm always here for you. We're going to always stay connected. I'm always going to be watching you and see
Yes.
where you're going and how you're just thriving and just really your success taking off. So I'm the one who's honored to have had you as a mentee. And I know you're feeling like, well, no, Sheila, no, really, this is reciprocal. This is not one way. I get just as much out of this as you do.
Definitely. I mean, I feel that way. And I actually feel like I got more out of you. Well, your life experiences are just phenomenal. And thank you so much for sharing those with me.
You are
I
quite
appreciate it.
quite welcome. I know we've got other students out there who want to join or who have been chosen to join. The process for that. We've got mentors who we need so desperately in GMI. Any pearl of wisdom or wisdoms that you would say, if you're looking as a mentee, or anything that you would give advice for mentors, either way, a mentee or a mentee, any final pearls of wisdom that you would share with those folks?
Yes, definitely for the mentees, I would say go for it, but go for it and go in with the mentality that I want to get 100% from this. So do your work, go through the modules before you meet up with your mentor, know what you're going to talk about, have your questions handy, and try to build a rapport with your mentor. And definitely I would recommend mentorship to any young person, in whatever stage of their career, not even young, even old. I would definitely recommend that, because there's always something that somebody who has been in your shoes can tell you that will help make your journey a little bit easier. And especially for first generation graduates, first generation students, you're coming in blind, so having that person to hold your hand and guide your way a little bit really helps. And for the mentors, this is also a very amazing opportunity to exchange ideas. For you, you get to meet mentees from all over the world. You get to learn about very different cultures, and all these skills will come in handy, because also as a mentor, you're growing in your career.
Yes.
And learning different cultures and how to interact with that kind of environment could come in handy in your career, and also in your personal development as as a human being. It helps you even in your interactions with your neighbors back home.
Yeah.
So more than just the mentorship and sharing your experiences, you also gain a lot, and you gain friends from different parts of the world, which I think is very amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Well, I wanted us to just record a few minutes to not only say thank you for allowing me to be your mentor. Thank you for being such a great mentee, preparing ahead of time, going through things, the communications, everything was it was truly a great relationship. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm just saying
Yes.
until next time,
Till
because
next
stay
time. Yes.
connected, and I'm keeping my eye on your success as it continues.
Thank you
Until
so much.
then, I wish you so much success. I know you're graduating in a couple of days. You're
Yes.
all the way in Michigan. I'm down here in Atlanta. I'm sending all the love and positive vibes to you out
Thank
there. I
you.
wish I could be there to watch you walk down the aisle. I'd be rooting from the background. Yeah. But until then, sending you all the positivity and the love. And I know you are going to be, continue to be amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to our future engagement.
Absolutely. Absolutely.